The many roles of Michael the Archangel, Iconography and Symbolic representations. As the highest-ranking angel, Michael is the appointed leader of all angelic beings in heaven. He commands the angelic army in the eternal battle against Satan and demonic forces. The Book of Revelation describes Michael leading the angels in a victorious war against the dragon, identified as the devil, casting the enemy down from heaven. Michael's status reflects his courage, power and authority as heaven's foremost commander in the struggle between good and evil. As leader of the heavenly hosts, it is Michael who organizes the angels according to God's commands and mobilizes them as a fighting force. There are legions of angels under Michael's direction, all serving in the cosmic war for the spiritual well-being of humankind. Various faiths have differing hierarchies of angels, but Michael is consistently portrayed as the highest angelic authority, second only to God. He is described as the Prince of Angels, Archangel of God, and Chief Prince of the Lord's hosts, commanding the obedience of all other angels in heaven. Michael's position emphasizes his key role as the spearhead of God's forces against the devil. As battlefield commander, Michael inspires the other angels with his courage, strength and unwavering dedication to God's will. He is their supreme model of loyalty and obedience. Many traditions also believe Michael will play a central role in the end times, when he will lead the angelic hosts to victory over Satan and evil. His leadership is what gives hope to the righteous in the ultimate triumph of good. In his role as a protector, Michael serves as a powerful ally and guardian. He is often invoked as the special defender and patron of the righteous servants of God. As a protector, Michael uses his incredible strength and courage to shield people from harm and vanquish evil forces. Several religious texts portray Michael coming to the aid of God's chosen ones. In the book of Daniel, Michael is described as the patron angel of Israel who fights on their behalf against adversarial forces. The Jewish tradition highlights Michael's role as the special guardian and protector of the people of Israel. Michael is also thought to personally protect and assist Christians in their struggle against the devil. In the War Scroll, part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, Michael is depicted as the Prince of Light, who fights the Prince of Darkness, to protect the sons of light. He is said to raise up the oppressed and heal the wounded of the people. This reflects his ongoing mission to shelter the faithful from evil. As the angel of protection, Michael may also be invoked to safeguard specific places. He is considered the guardian of the Vatican and other holy sites around the world. Churches, shrines, grave sites, and more call on Michael's powers to protect against destructive forces. In many folk beliefs, Michael's protective powers also extend to protecting people in danger, guarding travelers, and watching over policemen, firefighters, paramedics and others who provide aid and protection to society. His courage and strength make him the ideal ally and guardian. In the Catholic Church, Michael is venerated as the patron saint of policemen, paramedics, and military personnel, those who risk their lives to serve and protect others. He is also patron of the sick and suffering. As a patron, Michael lends his strength, courage, and protective powers to those who invoke him. As the commander of God's army against evil, Michael epitomizes the virtues of the loyal and courageous soldier. His angelic battles parallel the earthly struggles that police officers, soldiers, and emergency responders wage to protect life. Michael has long been invoked on battlefields and in times of conflict as a heavenly ally. Those who share Michael's mission of confronting danger to help others naturally look to him for divine guidance and protection. As patron, Michael watches over these first responders, guards them from harm, and lends them wisdom. He also acts as a moral exemplar of the faithful and dedicated servant who sacrifices all for righteousness. In Catholic tradition, Michael is also invoked as the patron saint of the sick as a healer and guardian. He is believed to assuage suffering, visit the bedridden, and heal the wounded, roles associated with his angelic duties of mercy. As patron, Michael brings comfort, hope, and the strength to bear illness with grace and fortitude, beyond police and military groups. Michael serves as the patron and protector of many churches, countries, and cities around the world. From Brussels to Kiev, Michael lends his divine protection to major institutions that seek his spiritual patronage and aid against evil forces, both seen and unseen. Though not as commonly associated with Michael, some traditions also consider him an angel of death. In this role, Michael helps escort the souls of the deceased from earth to the afterlife. The archangel ensures a peaceful transition from earthly life to the next. As the angel of death, Michael is sent by God to separate the soul from the body at the time of physical death. His divine duty is to gently carry the soul to its destination. Either heaven or hell, determined by the person's deeds on earth. Michael thus eases the passage into the next realm. In some depictions, Michael holds scales weighing the souls of the dead to determine their fate. His role is not itself to judge, but to serve as the holy psychopomp, the guide and carrier of souls to the afterlife. Michael may also have a book or scroll recording each person's deeds, while the angel of death Azrael is more commonly associated with transporting souls after death. Michael is sometimes given this role as the highest authority presiding over this transition. The archangel brings comfort and reassurance to the dying that they will be safely guided to the next world. As angel of death, Michael represents the promise of eternal life after death and hope that the resurrection will follow for the righteous. His divine presence helps fortify and sustain faith in crossing over into the next world, under the archangel's protection and the judgment of God.